So whether you're trying to improve your health, by, probably building muscle, getting in shape, just improving your health overall, or maybe you're trying to improve your finances through, making more money, or, just trying to get out of debt. Like, we all know that this is going to require a lot of discipline. And, with this discipline, it's going to require you to say no to a lot of, friends and family. And this is going to make a lot of people uncomfortable, right? Because, and you've heard many people, talk about how, outgrowing friends, and, and it's a sad reality when you're trying to self-improve. So in this video, we're going to talk about some of the reasons why discipline, will make, people feel uncomfortable, right? Starting with the first one is like, your discipline it becomes a mirror, right? It's like when you show up consistent, focused, restrained, people are forced to confront, the what they aren't doing. Okay. And that discomfort is not about you, right? It's really not about you. It's about the gap between that person and who they are and where they want, who they could be. Right. And for a lot of people, they know this. And when they see you as being someone that's so disciplined, it's almost a reflection of like, okay, damn, these are things that I could be doing. And it's just like, all right, what's wrong with me? What am I missing? Right. And it makes people just to look at themselves and say, all right, like maybe I need to step it up. And, and when you look at that, it's like for a lot of people, it's almost like some people look at it as like you're breaking this social contract where, it's just like where most people, subconsciously agree to, be average and be mediocre, right? It's like, and that, you're with a bunch of friends, you grew up with a bunch of friends, and, you guys all like hanging out with each other. And eventually it gets to a point where, we have different things that we want to do, but we have this idea that we're all going to, do things together. We're going to grow up and be the same. We're going to grow together and accomplish things together, right? You always want to do that with people that you're close with. And what the thing about discipline violates this agreement, right, of this social contract. It signals that, we're not playing the same game, right? We're playing two different games, and this can cause some tension, unfortunately, right? Because you like I said, you want to be with your friends that you're with, that you've grew up with, but we've all had friends where we don't talk with much as we used to, right? We don't communicate. Like we'll still say what's up, and we still see each other from time to time, but we don't have that same constant communication with. And it's unfortunate because everybody's busy, everybody got things that they're going on, everybody has different things that they want to accomplish with their life, right? And like I said, it's like it's another thing that it does is like your consistency is exposes their inconsistency, right? And I talk about this a lot when it comes to the difference between motivation and discipline, right? With motivation is like this how you feel right in the moment. It's like, damn, okay, I'm ready to go. Like you watched a video, you read a book, or like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. And it's this emotion, this feeling that inspires you to do something. But then, as time passes, that motivation goes away. As opposed to discipline is something that's persistent, right? It's something that you're doing on a daily basis. It's a habit that you're doing every day, every minute, whatever it is that you're doing, you're being consistent with that. Okay? And that's what a lot of people don't understand, difference between that motivation and discipline. Discipline is like a system that is constant, that you're working on a day-to-day basis in order to improve yourself overall. And that's the thing, is like sometimes it's like you're raising this standard without asking permission, and because you're doing that, it makes people uncomfortable. It's like the thing is like you've never, like when you're doing this, when you're raising your discipline, you're becoming more disciplined. It's like you've never said a word, right? It's more like your actions are speaking for itself, right? It's not like you said, all right, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. You're gonna let your actions speak louder than your words, because a lot of people like to talk, and you may be that person that's like, what, I'm gonna show through my actions rather than communicate that to people, right? And you're letting people know that good enough is not enough anymore, right? You're letting people know that the people that are watching, you're letting people know that what, being just good enough isn't good enough anymore. You're going to go beyond good enough, and you're gonna try to go excel at whatever it is that you're trying to do. And for a lot of people, that can make people uncomfortable, right? Like people look at that and just, ooh, that's this man, he's about his business. He's not playing around. And the thing is, like, with this discipline, it forces people to have to explain themselves, right? As I mentioned before, it's like when you see someone that trying to go beyond whatever it is that standard that they're trying to raise the standard, that your presence, it creates this these silent questions like, why am I not doing this? Like I see this person, going and putting in the work. What is wrong with me? Why am I not doing this? Or, what am I afraid of? Like, what's keeping me from taking that next step? Or like, what am I avoiding? Like, it makes people question themselves, and people don't like to question themselves, right? Because when people are questioning themselves, it creates this insecurity. It makes people say, yeah, you know what? Like, I don't know. This person is making me feel uncomfortable. And it's because most people would rather resent you than, answer those questions to themselves, right? Because it makes it seem like something is wrong with them. Okay. So it's like, in life, man, look at you're always going to try to get to this point where you're like, you know what, it's time for me to level up. It's trying to make myself better. And I always talk about this like playing that video. It's like playing a video game where you're trying to win, where, you're acquiring all these, the XP points, right? Experience points where, you're trying to, you're trying to move up from level 1 to level 2. Right, you got friends that are level 1 and you're at level 5. They out here, battling goblins. You're out here, going against the demons and the dragons. Right, you're trying to acquire all this gear, trying to make you stronger, make you more experienced, to make you more equipped to deal with the adversity that you're gonna deal with in life. And that sometimes is the case when you're trying to level up. Right, it's like you're trying to improve yourself and you're trying to go far beyond, and you're trying to go on, you're trying to, whatever mission that you're on, you're trying to go up to the next level, right? Acquire everything, acquire assets, acquire knowledge, acquire skills, so that you can then move up to the next level. And some people don't want to do that. Some people just want to stay at the level that they're at, and that's fine, that's cool. However, you can't let that stop you from where you're trying to go, all right? You can't let people hold you back from what you're trying to do. You got to be careful with that. And then some people, like I said, they resent you for that, right? The ones that have got your back, they understand that what you're doing. They'll respect that. But then there's the others that are looking at you like, yeah, I don't like this person. Makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like the fact that he's going to this extreme to improve himself, because then that's a reflection on them of what they're not doing. And you got people out there that do that, right? We call them haters or whatnot. But you got to make sure that you got to understand that you being disciplined is not a reflection on you. It's right. You're trying to improve yourself, right? It's a reflection on that person that wants you to fail. And you always got to be careful with that. So keep doing it. Don't stop. Right? Don't get comfortable. Keep going. Don't get complacent, because complacent is the worst thing. Right? Always try to keep going to that next level. All right. So those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below with the like button and share. And if you haven't done so, then make sure to subscribe. So you guys take care. Have a good one. Later.